Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here. I'd like to take just a couple of moments to talk to you guys about my progressive book test. In this video, I'm going to show you what titles are included and how they work. If you would like a deep dive into this, I highly recommend that you check out my progressive book test first look video. I'll spend a good 20 minutes with you guys showing you the inner workings of how all of this stuff works and everything like that. So I highly recommend that you check that out. But in this video, I just wanted to give you a quick little overview so you guys have a better understanding of exactly what this effect is. So you are going to receive one of or all, depending on how you want to do it, 8 book titles. I'll show you what those titles are now. You have 1984, The Lord of the Flies, Animal Farm, A Tale of Two Cities, and The Gentleman. These are part of what I like to call the close-up versions of the books. And then for the stand-up versions, you have Handmaid's Tale, Fahrenheit 451, and my personal favorite, The Phantom of the Opera. This also happens to be the only hardcover book of the entire set, and this has a bonus method as well, which I'll talk about in just a moment. The difference between the close-up and the stand-up titles is simple. Basically, the close-up titles are a little bit smaller, they're easier to carry around, and the stand-up titles are a little bit bigger, and the text itself in the pages is a little bit bigger as well. That way it's easier for your spectators to see while you're up on stage. So if you're worried about visibility, I'd highly recommend going with the stand-up titles. If you want something a little smaller that maybe is better suited for walk-around situations, I would choose the close-up titles. Now, it doesn't matter which books you choose, it's a personal preference. Like I said, you could pick one, you could pick 2, 3, heck, you can pick all of them if you want to. The best part about this is they all work exactly the same way. So it doesn't matter which book you choose. Once you learn how the effect is performed, they all work exactly the same way. So let me walk you through what the progressive book test does. Let's just say they choose The Gentleman. All I'm going to do is flick through the pages like this. They say stop anytime that they want. They look at the first word on the page and they memorize it. Now, that word that they're going to think of is going to be a smaller, more common word. Think like is, and, the, but. Kind of a lame word, right? And it makes it sort of silly because when you have them thinking of the word the, for example, and you read their mind and you tell them this, it sort of lets the air out of everything, right? It's like, well, I could have guessed that it was the word the, for example. But here's the cool part. They say stop, they look at the first word, you tell them what it is. Then you tell them, by the way, you're not holding the book anymore, you've taken a step back already. You tell them to flick to the next page. And not to just look at the first word on the page, but to look at the entire first line. And this time you're going to reveal a larger word to them, one that's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to get. But it's not just the first word, it's from that entire first line. Then you tell them, let's try that one more time, but this time flick to the next page or a few pages, however many pages you want. In fact, you can really open to any page that you want. You're not just looking at the first word, you're not just looking at the first line, you're looking anywhere on the page. It doesn't matter if it's the left page or the right page, but this time you want them to find a really big word, one that hopefully has more than 10 letters in it. Are there any words like that? They say yes, and the best part is that you're going to be able to tell them exactly what word it is that they're thinking of. You don't have to memorize anything. There's no guesswork involved. It is surefire, and it is going to work 100% of the time. So it goes from being a very small word to a medium-sized word to a very big word. And on top of that, you're getting less restrictive with where on the page they have to look. The first time, it's just the first word on the page. The second time, it's the entire first line. And then the third time, there really isn't any restrictions. They can look anywhere on the page, and they have a completely fair choice of what page it is that they open to. So this is really cool, really easy to do, like I said. And again, you don't have to memorize anything. That's the one thing that makes it very difficult for me when I'm on stage is I have to memorize all of these different words and I have to memorize what methods go with what book. I designed this in such a way that it takes all of the guesswork, all of the memorization, all of that stuff out, and the books just straight up tell you exactly what words it is that they're thinking of. Now, I did mention that the Phantom of the Opera has a bonus method as well, and that is you can divine an image on the page. So not just a word, but you can actually have them think of an image. For example, here's an image there of a candlestick, and you can tell them what image that they're thinking of. Or you can do a drawing duplication, you can have them draw it, and then you can draw it out yourself. It makes it really easy to do while also blowing your spectators' minds. You can perform with one book, or you can do what I like to do and have your spectators come up, and instead of pick a card, any card, you can tell them pick a book, any book. Doesn't matter which book they choose, because you already know exactly how all of these methods are done, because all the methods are the same. But like I said, thank you so much for watching this quick little introduction video. For a deeper dive, check out my first look video, and I'll see you in the tutorials.